Have you ever noticed how they always come back after hurting you? It's as if they can't help themselves, drawn to you, like moths to a flame. But here's the truth most people won't tell you: they don't come back because they've changed, or because they care. They come back because they sense your strength, and they're desperate to reclaim the power they once had over you. Welcome to Stoic Blessing, where we uncover the truths most people shy away from. Today we're diving deep into why they return after breaking your heart, the dark psychology behind it, and how you can use the timeless principles of Stoicism to rise above their games and become unshakable. If you've ever been hurt and found yourself asking why now, why do they want me back after all this time, stick with me. By the end of this video you'll understand not only their behavior but how to respond in a way that leaves you empowered and free. Before we get started, take a moment to comment this empowering phrase below: I am unshakable, I am in control. Let the world know you're reclaiming your power, and remember, your support helps this channel grow. So if this resonates with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Let's 1. Why they hurt you in the first place. Begin. Number 1. Why they hurt you in the first place. They didn't hurt you by accident. Pain in many cases is intentional, but why? Why would someone break your heart knowing it could shatter you? The answer lies in a combination of their own insecurities and a need for control. From a Stoic perspective, we recognize that their actions were never about you, they were about themselves. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. They hurt you because they lacked power over their own mind. Instead, they sought to dominate yours. It was their way of projecting their own chaos onto you. Dark psychology teaches us that manipulation often stems from fear of losing control, fear of being vulnerable, fear of being unworthy. By breaking you down, they temporarily built themselves up. They saw your kindness, your loyalty, and mistook it for weakness. But what they failed to understand is this: your kindness is not your vulnerability, it is your strength. So why did they hurt you? Because they couldn't handle the light you brought into their life, and now after trying to dim that light, they want back in. But here's the thing: you don't owe them access to your peace. Take a moment now to comment: my peace is my power. Let this be your mantra moving forward. And if you're finding this message valuable, drop a like on this video and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let's 2. The power of absence. Continue. Number 2. The power of absence. Here's something they never expect: your silence. When you step away, when you choose absence over chasing after them, something remarkable happens. They start to feel the void you've left behind, and that void, it's deafening. Seneca once said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. By removing yourself, you reclaim your time, your energy, and your focus. You no longer waste it on someone who didn't value you. This act of stepping back is the ultimate power move because it forces them to confront the reality of their actions without your validation to shield them. Dark psychology tells us that people who manipulate rely on your reaction. They need it to feel in control. But when you deny them that reaction, you strip them of their power. Your absence becomes a mirror. They're forced to see themselves for who they truly are, and it terrifies them. And here's the twist: absence makes them crave what they lost. They start to remember the warmth of your presence, the strength of your loyalty, and the light you brought into their life. But this isn't about them anymore. It's about you and your growth. If this resonates, comment: my silence speaks volumes. Let the world know you're done wasting time on people who don't deserve you. And if you're enjoying this journey into Stoic wisdom, don't forget to hit that like button now. Let's uncover why they come crawling. 3. Understanding their return. Back. Number 3. Understanding their return. And now they're back suddenly. Their teaks, texting, calling, and acting like nothing ever happened. But let me tell you something, their return isn't about love, it's about control. Stoicism teaches us to analyze intentions without emotion. Epictetus reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. By embodying Stoic principles, we can see their return for what it truly is, a desperate attempt to regain the power they lost when you walked away. Psychology sheds even more light on this. Manipulative people often return not because they've changed, but because they're testing the waters. They want to see if they still have a hold on you. They're looking for signs of vulnerability, any opening they can exploit to step back into your life on their terms. But here's the key, they don't expect you to be stoic, they expect the old you, the one who might forgive too easily or be swayed by their charm. What they don't expect is your silence, your composure, and your refusal to engage in their games. This is your power, and it's a power they can't stand. Comment below. I am the gatekeeper of my peace. Let this affirmation remind you that you control who gets access to your life. And if you're finding this eye-opening, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Stoic Blessing. Let's dive deeper into their true motives in the next section. Number 4, the role of ego. Ego, let's be honest, they're not coming back because they've had some profound realization about your worth. No, their return is often driven by something far less noble. Their ego, Marcus Aurelius wrote, it never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. This is their reality. Their ego is bruised because you've moved on, because you're thriving without them. Your strength, your silence, it's a direct threat to their fragile sense of self. Dark psychology explains that manipulators often return not to repair, but to restore their own sense of superiority. By coming back, they're trying to prove to themselves that they still have control over you, that they can still elicit a reaction. It's a game to them, one fueled by their need to feed their ego. But here's the twist, a Stoic man doesn't play their game. A Stoic man recognizes that their return is not a reflection of his value, but of their insecurity. You don't owe them anything. No explanation, no reaction, no closure. Their ego craves attention, but your peace craves silence. If this hits home, comment, my strength humbles their ego. Let them know you're done feeding their need for validation. And if you're enjoying this journey into Stoic mastery, hit that like button. Now let's talk about how to respond when they come. 5. How to respond stoically. Crawling back. Number 5, how to respond stoically. So they've reached out. Maybe it's a casual message or perhaps a heartfelt apology. Here's where most people fall into the trap, by reacting emotionally. But not you. A Stoic man doesn't let his emotions dictate his actions. Epictetus taught us it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is your moment to embody that wisdom. When they return, your response should be rooted in clarity and control, not anger or desperation. First, pause, don't respond right away. Time creates space for perspective. Second,